Plus, Cardi B claps back at a fan who called her a bad role model, says she's also feeling the pressure of people looking up to her. And drivers pay up. New York City wants to unclog its streets, and it's come up with an expensive plan to remind people that driving is a privilege. That's all coming up on Fox 5's Like It or Not.
I want some history tonight. Wahoo wah.
I'm wearing Virginia orange.
Yeah.
It's orange, right? It's not like a derivative of orange. I didn't go to UVA, clearly. I'm rooting for them.
I got no real skin in the game because I grew up a big Maryland fan, grew up here, but I'm kind of rooting for Virginia and all the locals, all my friends that went to Virginia. I'm hoping that they get
and Saturday was on fire. I think everybody,
I think UVA's in the house tonight.
Yeah. Boy, did they get a good call the other night. Man, oh man. All right, happy Monday, everyone. We're nearly 2 hours away from tip of, and then either Virginia Tech or Virginia is going to be your national champion, so we're firing it up with that. Whoever wins makes history. Neither school has won the national championship before. Virginia was last in the Final Four in 1984, and that's when Ralph Sampson was part of their team. So Lubbock, Texas, and Charlottesville, Virginia are on high alert for the aftermath tonight, because this is what happened on campus Saturday night in Texas after the Red Raiders made it to the title game. People were tipping over a car. Police ended up in riot gear. They had to resort to tear gas to break up that crowd, and that just got them to the championship game. What happens if they knock UVA off? Red hot Raiders are cavaliering, Britt, like it or not.
Well, clearly, I'm dressed for the Cavaliers, as I mentioned. I'm going to go watch the game after this. But I will give Texas Tech this. I called them over Michigan State. It's documented on Fox Business. Last week, I said that. Moretti, the little underdog vibe they have great defense. I think this is UVA's year, though. And for everybody who said it was a terrible way to end the game, I thought Saturday's game against Auburn was fantastic because you show me anyone else that clutch to make 3 free throws to win the game. And they weren't even just hitting the rim. They were nothing but net. UVA, all you, and I'm happy for my Hoos fans.
Yeah, I think good luck tonight, whoever wins in whichever city, because it's going to be a wild night in Charlottesville, surely, if they win. Look, I've got some experience in this department. Being a Gator, we won a lot of games while I was back at home. I climbed a couple poles in my time in Gainesville.
Did you?
And I hope that GPD doesn't come looking for me, because there I am in the height of 2007 getting up on the...
Did you need that big of a purse?
I've got a lot of rocks in there. No, I'm just kidding.
I really didn't know where that was going to go.
No
the intro of
no car tipping in my
That
past.
guy's attractive.
A little too many natty ices, and probably didn't know where to put the paint anymore. But yeah, I'm rooting for the blue and orange again.
But I don't know why they go crazy like this.
Okay, no tipping cars and no starting fires that make things catch on fire. I mean,
they're not
fires.
Philly.
Yeah, that could get people hurt.
No kidding.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's been a problem in all the sports. It goes across every single sport. When I was very happy when the Capitals won last year. There was none of that. None of that. It was just a really nice
I was out
party.
there.
There was a lot of people there. It had been a long time. And you know what?
Is it an age thing?
I don't know. I don't know. People get caught up into
it was in Vegas. They weren't at home, I think.
People were out on the streets en masse, and that did not happen. And that was
And we're better behaved.
That was wonderful that happened.
I'm inclined to believe that.
Not unlike UVA, because UVA has kind of been in this position to try to win for a long time. They're finally going to get this opportunity. I hope if they don't win that everybody is.
It's called Jameson, so I can tell you why people destroy things.
All right, we're moving on from basketball to Cardi B. Yes, we're talking Cardi B again because she just wants to be herself. And over the weekend, she opened up about the pressure she's put under by those who look up to her. On Saturday, a fan called the rapper a bad role model to young girls. Cardi B responding via Twitter, "For the past 2 years, I've been watching what I say and I haven't been myself. Everybody tells me to be it for me, to be this role model, and guess what? People still spit my past right in my face. So for now, I'm gonna be my old self again." She also said she feels, quote, trapped and sad about the position she's in. Cardi B feeling the pressure of that role model status, Nick. Like it or not.
I'm going to tell you, I probably believe the pressure and that whole keeping up appearances is a bit much. I'm thinking it's probably weighing on this new mother. I'm just going with it here. New mother, new found fame, access greater than what you had been used to, carrying the weight of everyone around you. I'm thinking the pressure's getting to her.
Come on, let's break out the violin, Bram. Well, I can see it on your face.
I'm just thinking.
We gotta feel bad for Cardi B.
We see these celebrities break down who don't have a strong base before they even get it, right? So I believe something Oprah said years ago, that money only enhances who you were before you got money. So
More money,
She
more
was a
problems.
stripper.
yeah.
So it only enhanced her to a better.
She's doing twerks on the Grammy stage now instead of on a pole. Look, I have been Team Cardi B.
Yes, you
I'm
have.
going to go off right now because boo-hoo, she is not a role model. And I'm sorry. I've been watching what I say.
Right.
She just, 2
That was
weeks
filtered.
ago, was in
Yeah.
headlines for saying she used to drug men
Right.
and take their money and
If that
rob
was
them.
filtered, I don't know what unfiltered
Yeah, so
is,
you
right?
don't get it both ways. She tries to come off like this bad, diva that I can say what I want, and then she goes and cries and shuts her Instagram down every month. I do follow her. I have liked her. I think I'm a little Cardi'd out.
She's not being her. Have you listened to her lyrics? What are you talking about? Like, are you kidding? What are you holding back on? Like,
I bought the gospel CD.
yeah, all that matters to me is money. I like riding jets, morning set. What are you
play with
talking about?
my-
What are you holding
Like I
back
play with
on?
my
You know?
guitar.
Yeah, it's not holding back on
No,
anything.
but I do think Hollywood and fame obviously weighs on people who are unfortunately emotionally weak. I mean, look at
Right.
Britney Spears. She's back in, getting treated for it. And thank God that she didn't go off on some sort of, deep rabbit hole like she did
Right.
last time. But, there is, but at the same time, who feels sorry for them, really? I mean, truly, I know that it sounds like you're heartless, but when you've got all that money, all those
Or-
people who
and
can
You know
help
what's
you out.
different here than, say, Bieber, Britney Spears. Okay, their parents kind of made them
Yeah.
do all of this, and there's to some level I can understand, like, they're not sure they ever asked for this. Cardi B demanded this to happen in her life,
Got
made it happen. Now she's got it. She doesn't like it. Get out of here.
And Britney
Come
Spears
on.
has,
Yeah.
mental health issues. Like,
Right.
I think that's a different, but fair point.
Yes. All right. Still to come on Fox 5's Like It or Not. An Instagram account is trying to profit on America's fascination with crime. Plus, a school threat leads to some privacy problems for students in Illinois and an expensive plan to try and ease the traffic problems in New York City. We'll be right back.
The ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula. I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance.
All right, we're back on Fox 5's Like It or Not, and now we're talking about a rising Instagram star. No, it's not a celebrity or an influencer. It's a crime cleaning business. Crime Scene Cleaners is a legit Denver-based company with the task of cleaning and renovating rooms where gruesome crimes have taken place. The company posts their before and after pictures on Instagram. We're only showing you some of the more tame photos, but you get the idea. So far, the company has more than 100,000 followers, and their posts get thousands of likes. Is this taking America's true crime fascination too far? Britt, like it or not?
No, I don't like it. I think you're trying to make something, and I don't follow that account. I can't get into the details of it, but like there have been crimes there. Like I just think the sensitivity to the families and who are involved, should be considered a little bit more than, hey, let's get 20,000 likes on somebody who was murdered in this room? No?
I mean, did you watch Making a Murderer?
I'm not into,
You know what I mean?
I'm not into crime
Like,
docs. That's
true
the one
crime
thing I'll say.
documentaries are just the norm in our space. Clearly, gore has a big space, right? I'm not someone who goes to see the Saw franchise, but there's like 10 of them for a reason, okay? So could people like this stuff? I don't personally. I'm with you. I don't like it either. But I don't have a problem with them doing this as long as the people who are involved in some way, shape, or form have some level of say over those pictures in that house, because it is their family.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
I don't think that's happening at all either.
Then I wouldn't want them in there. Because if the police are calling them saying, you got to clean this up, and then they're in there taking pictures, I'm going, what are you doing?
I think two things happen. Help me here, Marina. They are there after police are done. They've collected their evidence. The crime has been committed. Police have wrapped up, gotten the evidence they need for their investigation. That's now you, homeowner, you still own this house. Like, dude, I got to rent this place by the 1st of the month. I understand Nick and his family were killed there, but guess what? May 1st is around the corner, and I need somebody in there. You hire this company, mom and pop company. They're like, oh, we're the expert cleaners. We're going to take pictures before, show you how great it is, Bram, and we'll take pictures after. Now the place looks like new. You can rent it again.
The fascination's the gore, though. Nobody cares about the after picture.
Yeah, I mean, in 2019, this is how everything's advertised, right? On Instagram. And we're finding that we don't need those brokers anymore to do that. So now you have these pictures. You know that people are attracted to this, as morbid as it is. And people are on Instagram and they're liking them, whether or not they want to see them. It's something you cannot stop looking at, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's also your First Amendment right, freedom of expression, to put it up there, and it's going up anyways, whether you like it or not.
Well, coming up on Fox 5's Like It or Not, New York City lawmakers are trying to plan to ease congestion, and it's going to cost drivers a pretty penny. We'll be right back and tell you all about it when we come back.
Welcome back to Fox 5's Like It or Not. A high school in Illinois has shocked students and parents alike by removing the restroom stall doors. Okay, listen to this. Beardstown School officials say that the move is in response to multiple school threats found in the restroom. Students say some girls have started bringing blankets to hang up in the stalls because they need privacy. According to the district, there is one private restroom in the nurse's office that female students can and are allowed to use. The school superintendent told local media, quote, "You have to understand when kids have a place to spend time, whether it's a minute or 5 minutes, sometimes things happen, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise." He added that the doors are not gone for good, and they'll be back once the threat investigation is complete. No more privacy, not even in the bathroom, Marina, like it or not.
It's one of the dumbest things I think I've heard all day, and it really pisses me off even more considering that these are school officials. These are the people that are supposed to be teaching our students, and they're teaching the dumbest things ever. This is how you're going to combat threats that are written on a wall. So do we tear down trees now when you etch into a tree, or do we tear down walls when somebody graffitis and tags them? How stupid is this? This is the dumbest response you could have ever had. How about hall passes? Like the easiest 101 ever existing. Or how about a security guard that controls who goes in and out bathrooms? If you've got 30 bathrooms, why don't you dumb it down to 15 bathrooms? I mean, I could find a litany of easy solutions other than tearing down the doors of these bathroom stalls. Nobody's going to go pee or do whatever they have to do with a bathroom stall door off.
Or no one, regardless of gender, should be put in a situation where they're uncomfortable doing it.
Absolutely.
And I thought this was ridiculous too. I thought it was a joke when I saw it. And the fact that administrators came up with this as a solution to a possible threat situation, yeah, I'm with you. What about the hall passes? What about no more than 2 in the bathroom at a time? Whatever one needs to do, but there has to be a better way to handle this than taking down the stalls to the bathroom for young girls to go to the bathroom.
I don't totally hate it. I really don't. I really don't. I don't totally hate it. I think the privacy issue is a real problem here, especially for young girls that are going to go in there and they want to have a modicum of privacy, and they should expect that. But I will say this, like, if someone thinks it's funny, okay, to do something like that, like to put like threats up on a wall, then maybe an overreaction like this would get a message across that that's not a joke. Okay, look what you've done to our school. Look what you've done to our community. Look what we're going to do to combat something like this, to eradicate this behavior. And if it's one of your friends that you know is doing something like this, maybe it's time that you had a conversation with them as well. So I don't totally hate it. I do think bathroom doors should be up on the stalls. But if this is a very short-term, major message to that's not funny at all, I don't mind it.
It's a thoughtful approach, a little contrarian. I can see what you're saying, but, you know, especially for young girls, I'm sorry, there are situations that happen once a month, and the smug response, and oh, there's one bathroom, there's a private bathroom. Okay, what if someone's using it and some young girl goes through a change for the first time and she has nowhere to go because there's no doors? Or any child that has some sort of bathroom emergency. Like Marina said, this is idiotic. This is somebody who doesn't know how to manage anything, and we have them managing our kids.
Right. Even by you saying that, I'm betting you the decision was made by a male.
Yes, it said that it was a man.
Yeah. And probably just one person, didn't run it by anybody, because anybody who would have actually been told this idea would have been like, you're joking, right? This is a joke. So if you tag a wall, what do we go demolish the wall in the hallways now? So
yeah, it's not well conceived. All right, privacy is a privilege, and so is driving. If you commute into the district every day, you might want to pay attention to this, because here's what's happening in New York City, which will become the first United States city to adopt a congestion pricing program. Drivers entering some of the busiest parts of Manhattan will have to pay a toll for the privilege of just doing so, likely around $11 for cars and $25 for trucks. Now, the goal of this plan is to cut down on the city's traffic and steer more people towards mass transit. It is not scheduled to take effect until 2021, which gives New York lawmakers about 20 months to work out all of these details. You want to sit in traffic? That'll cost you, pal. Nick, like it or not?
I like it, but you know me. My stance is everyone on public transportation. I don't necessarily support anyone having a private vehicle, but I understand that it's everyone's right to do. Friends of mine who drive these big SUVs, these Rovers, and these Mercedes trucks and everything, there's a part of me that secretly, turns my nose up at them because I'm disappointed in their choice to do that.
I just got an SUV. Is it a bad time to
Socialist Nick.
I'm secretly judging you and wondering, why isn't this battery operated? Why isn't it working on clean energy?
Battery operated so it can catch fire. Stop it.
That's where I am with this. So I like the idea of reducing the amount of traffic into New York City, and hopefully it's an idea that spreads.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. It has nothing to do with why you're okay with this. But there are cities like Mexico City, Sao Paulo. These are huge cities where you've got populations of 20 million plus in these cities, and they alternate their license plate. You can drive Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you can drive Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever the case may be. Same goes for taxi cabs, same goes for Ubers, because there are so many people, there's so much pollution, they have to do something to regulate it. If this is what it's going to take, if it's going to cost you $30 to cross, the Lincoln Tunnel into Manhattan, then so be it. That's your choice, but you're going to have to pay the price. It's also prohibitive to park in Manhattan already. It's like $100, if not more, to park overnight. So if you're already paying that tax, which is what it is on your car to be able to go into the city, you clearly have a reason to go into the city. There are a lot of cars. They need to find a way to do something about it. Maybe this is the way.
I love it because I go to New York every week, and I'm alternating a little bit now. Maybe in 2021 I won't be going in from LaGuardia, but it's abysmal. It is so bad between Lyft, Uber, the cab drivers. Especially in the holidays, it was taking me 45 minutes to get from 46 to Penn Station, 10 blocks. So I think it's great, and deal with it if you don't like it.
I feel like this is just punitive for the sake of being punitive to people.
It's not.
I actually blame the infrastructure instead of the people who actually need to have travel. Okay.
Well, what's the infrastructure? An island?
I don't know, but they need to have it. It needs to be accessible. And you know what? I can't just last minute jump on the subway if there's some kind of emergency that popped up. And now it costs me $50 to go into the city to do something I had to do because I have a car. It feels punitive to me. This isn't cigarettes, okay? Cigarettes were unhealthy for everybody. They put a massive tax on it and said, you want to smoke? Then this is what it's going to cost you because this is what it's costing us. It's not my fault that we have congestion. Fix the roads, fix the infrastructure, build a better system.
I don't think it's about that. They've got a grid system. They're in an island. They only have so much land they can deal with. They've got 3 or 4 ways into the city already, if not more, if you count the east side. I mean, what else do you do?
People now driving cars.
You got people in choppers coming in.
Instead of taking taxis. So I think there are just so many cars now. They've got to do something.
Yeah.
It's just too punitive, in my opinion. All right, still to come on Fox 5's Like It or Not. Ditching your smartphone for a device that is a lot dumber. We're talking about that next.